Why is it when a father abandons his child, they call it a deadbeat dad, but when a woman aborts her child, they call it a choice?
Yes.
Right. Abortion and it's probably one of the few times the ladies will think I'm siding for them. I don't think abortion and abandoning are the same thing.
Okay, why?
It's not about you when the child is born. It's a third person, right?
So, but like a guy that knows they have he has a child. It's choosing not to, like. Why would you want to abandon somebody who you know would need you, right? But
couldn't you say the same thing though?
Yeah, both choices.
Yeah, but a woman who's, say for example, 6 weeks pregnant and she thinks she's not ready. She could decide to abort.
A child's not born, but when it's born, it's a fit.
But wouldn't he be the same thing? Like he could think he's not ready.
Yeah, but the child is here. There's a name. There's someone.
I mean,
there's a face.
yeah, but there's a unique DNA code with all of the like.
But the child's not suffering. It's just like maybe gone. The child could be crying, "Where's the dad?" Someone's here. It'll affect them, but that doesn't mean that it's right that she has the choice. But there's a third person. You know, like you always say, a woman shouldn't leave the marriage because of cheating. Think about children. It's not about you anymore. So I would say when the child is born and that is called deadbeat dad, like it's not about him anymore, about the choice whether he wants to be.
But couldn't you flip it and say the same thing when like once you're pregnant, it's not about you anymore?
You could, but the human is not there yet. It's unfortunate that she can choose to just get rid of it, but at least the child is not suffering.
But the child is forming though.
Yeah, but it's not suffering.
No,
but how do you know that? There's not like conclusive evidence that says that it's not suffering, and even people that are in that field disagree on that.
There you go. You're right. If there's no metric to measure that, like we don't. Do you know of any metric that you can measure if someone is suffering?
Why should there be a metric?
The fetus. No, I'm just saying. For example, if the child is born, you can tell if the child is sad, happy, or whatever. But 6 weeks old, you can't measure anything. Do you know what I mean? They can let you know what stage or what's going on, but you can't measure anything. So that's why it's kind of like
it is true.
Disagree.
Yeah, if the woman wants to, and the thing is this, right? If she feels not ready, it's equally irresponsible to
have a child
to proceed with it. They should be able to have that choice to.
You realize that you realize that 90% of biologists say life begins at conception. So if you're gonna go with the science, like wouldn't you go with the science?
Right. Okay.
Yeah, the life is there, but no one's crying.
So if I kill a baby with euthanasia, does it not count?
I'm not saying it doesn't count, but I'm saying it's different.
But then the question about Debbie Dads, if she now uses abortion as a form of contraception, so she does it regularly, then you can.
Well, like 40% of women do. 40% of women that have had abortions have had 2 or more. But what does it mean? If it's not a child, then it shouldn't matter. Like, who cares? It's just a form of birth control.
Being a deadbeat dad is like worse than abortion. Because you're actually doing damage to a person that will become part of society. And it will affect us all as a society. But abortion is just affecting that woman.
Abortion is killing the child.
Technically,
so it's worse than.
But you can't say it's just a woman, though. Because you aborting the child...
It's all hypothesis. We know a deadbeat is not hypothesis.
I hear you, but you haven't taken no consideration how he might feel if you aborting the child.
I'm not saying it's right. It's completely not right, man.
Because there might be some people some men that go into mental depression because they could have had a child in this world that they wanted. You didn't want it, and then abortion.
It's crazy though, because I think with the question you asked previously about if men were given the same power as women to create life, I think there will be more abortion. If men could do it, because there'll be more abortion. So women are, they even actually giving birth quite good rate.
No, I disagree. I think it'd be a small percentage of men that would want abortions. Really? I think you're telling me 1 in 3 men can't reproduce, and like the average, like I don't know. I think a lot of average guys would want them to have the kids.
You see, I'm in between on that because I feel that if men have the power to abort a baby, they probably will. But at the same time, they might be a lot more careful to ensure that doesn't actually happen. So it doesn't get to that stage.
There'll be better people in society.
No. As in, like, they'll prevent the woman from actually getting pregnant. So, and I think as well, right, that abortion should be changed to actual what it is. You're actually killing the baby. So let's say it for what it is. Because you're actually terminating a life.
Right.
Well, if it's a life embryo and all that.
I was gonna ask you.
After conception, right? Once the sperm has fertilized the egg, that is a life.
What about?
It's a living organism.
But that's the thing. Like we try to change the language to take accountability off of women. It's like a common thing because if we say follow the science, but then why don't we follow the science when we say that 90% of biologists say that it's life at conception? So why don't we use the terms that they are? But it's like we try to play it down to take accountability off of women.
Do you think if woman's not ready to have a child, she should still have it? Or
I mean, my mom got pregnant when she was 17, but she did the right thing where she had it and gave it up for adoption. I think it's incredibly selfish.
But there are a lot of statistics. Women already they have a child and they drug abuse, the alcohol, and then the child turns out to be a killer.
But you can give it up for adoption.
But a lot of women don't.
It's not that easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy. It's an incredibly hard choice, and it's incredibly hard. I saw my mom go through it.
Same.
But the thing is, like she understood that she made her bed lie in it.
Yeah.
And so if you chose, you can be abstinent.
What if it's a different situation than getting pregnant for just a guy? What if it was completely, the woman was great? You know.
That's different.
How then
She
you
would say
still
that's
say
an
that
exception. That's an
to the
exception.
rule.
It is. It's always, but that's always like the exception that women bring up when it's only 0.01% of all cases of abortions are great.
What if she?
So it's like we bring up that exception to make the rule, but it's not the rule.
But I could say the same when you said your mum was pregnant at 17. My mum was pregnant at 15, and I can't obviously disclose what happened, but she decided to keep my brother obviously and. I feel like
you think it's an exception to keep a kid.
I don't think that she. I think she was far too young.
Far
too young.
You mentioned about giving the child over for adoption. It's not every country or every continent that has that facility.
But see, then now you're moving the goalposts. We're in the West. All of my conversations are about the West.
We're just
when I'm bringing up abortion statistics, like this is about the West.
Okay, exactly. But
so,
let's say
I'm saying no.
United States is the flagship country, right?
But I'm saying we're in the West. We're talking about the West. So we're not going to move. We're not going to move the goalpost to not talk about the West.
The point I'm trying to make is whatever decisions, whatever laws come into the United States, we generally think that it's just going to flow down, right?
I don't generally think that. I'm not going to have a whole conversation about a country that I'm not there. So like, I don't know about
which country.
Like, why would I like I'll give you said Nigeria earlier. Why would I have a conversation about Nigeria when I've never been to Nigeria? I have no idea what the laws are about there.
Women get pregnant in Nigeria.
Right. I mean, you could say, women get pregnant everywhere, but like we're talking about the West.
Right.
And you can come on my show and say, let's talk about the rest of the world, but that's not how it works. Like we're talking about the West.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay. So I'm going to read